Hi, Carlos here again, back with another video, and this one is a sTORJ update video. Now if you saw my sTORJ bite-size series, the first episode, you would have seen that I was talking about the earnings calculator spreadsheet that you could get online and how you could put your information in about your disk size and your broadband upload and download speeds and get some sort of prediction as to what to expect. So today we're going to look at what's happened in the first week of sTORJ with me, and how it compares to that spreadsheet, what actual we've got and the difference. So let's get straight into that. Okay, so this is the Google Doc that I was talking about. This is the one that you can get online. If you haven't already got hold of this, do have a look at that sTORJ bite-size first episode, and it will show you how to download this. So we've got a prediction in here for the 20 terabytes of storage that I've made available to sTORJ on my node. And what I've done is I've taken the first 16 months of prediction based on that storage size, and I've put that into a spreadsheet over here on this side here. So you can see month 1 you're expecting to get 0.25 terabytes of storage, and that's what you should get paid. In total 24, but obviously the held amount of 18 and the residual 6 available to go into your pot for eventual payout. So what I've done is I've put where the system is at the moment, and we can see how it's doing. And at first glance it seems to be doing a lot better than I was expecting. So as you can see, the prediction was 0.25 terabytes of storage for the first month. We're only 5 days in, and already I have 1.01 terabytes. In fact, I have more than that now. It's climbed a little bit more since I've made the video. But yeah, 1.01 terabytes of storage. So that's quite a significant increase over what is predicted for the first month. And as I say, we're only the first week in. So that could grow more. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. So far for that, I've been paid a total of 29 cents. No, forget the pound signs. It's because I'm made the spreadsheet up in obviously obeying the UK locale, but these are all figures in dollars and cents. I haven't converted them yet, so that's 29.30 cents roughly, of which 7 will be paid out and 22 held. So we can see already we're in the green there. We're over 0.76 of a terabyte in size already, and the payments, the held amount is 4 cents over what was predicted for the first month, and the paid amount is 1 cent over what is predicted, a total of 5. So with 3 weeks to go till the end of the month, it's looking pretty good. But who knows whether it will slow down or pick up. At the moment, I'm trying to see if there's a trend that weekends maybe drop down and you're not getting a lot of egress requests. Because people work Monday to Fridays. We have no idea what the sources of this data is that's being stored on our nodes. So it's difficult to predict what sort of requests will be coming through for that data. But it seems to be pretty constant. But yeah, so already looking good. And if we even look at the second month, that is a prediction of 0.77 terabytes. And an 89 cents total, of which 67 is held back. We're not even at the end of the first month yet, but we're still 0.24 over on storage. A little way to catch up on the payment side of things, but there's still 3 or 4 weeks before we get into that month, let alone the end of it. So looking pretty positive. So this does make me question the accuracy of that Google spreadsheet. It seems to be all that's available at the moment, but without knowing the ins and outs of how your storage amount affects that spreadsheet, it's a little bit difficult to see why it's such an increase on the first month for me. It may have something to do with the fact that the disks are mounted in a Netgear NAS, and the performance, I've set it up for performance rather than reliability. That may have something to do with it. Maybe we're getting some very quick response times and they like that. Who knows? So I will continue with this. Maybe end of this month I'll do another update video so we can see where we finalized, and then we can move into the next month and maybe do monthly updates to see that things stay on track. Okay, so let's put that aside for 1 minute. There's a couple of things I want to discuss on the node itself. Now, a few days ago I had an outage, an inexplicable outage. Well, it was actually 4 or 5 days ago. As I say, the node just locked up, Windows locked up, the screen was unresponsive, nothing was going on. I delved into the event log to see if I could find out what had caused this, and there were some entries in there around Windows update failures about that time. Now, I tried to pause Windows updates for a while, and I think even though I'd done that, some things were going down under the bonnet, and it seemed to take the machine out. Not 100% sure why, but a reboot sorted it out, and it has been stable since. I have had to do further reboots since then. The last uptime was 44 hours ago. But all well and good at the moment. What I did notice as well is I don't think my very first video that I put out had this version of the Node software. I think it had a previous version. So I'm not sure if a node update caused the instability, and maybe it was unable to start the services or whatever. But I did notice one of the services, sTORJ services, was not running, and I had to start it. That may have contributed to it as well. The Windows GUI is supposedly auto-updating. It will decide on the frequency of the updates depending on the versions that are in the GitHub repository. And I don't think it does every update, but it does it to a schedule to keep your node up to date. So I'll have to keep a close eye on that, because that one outage alone did have an impact. And if we go down to the satellites, we can see what it has done. So pretty much across the board, all 4 satellites noted the downtime that was associated with that, because I didn't spot it straight away. I had a monitor in my rack that was on, and all looked fine to me. I could see the dashboard and everything, and it all looked well and good. It wasn't until I went in and tried to interact with that dashboard I saw it was a frozen dashboard. So it was down for a considerable amount of time, and I've been punished for that, as you can see. So the online figures have dropped down pretty much across all 4 satellites. Now I think it's a 96% monthly uptime we have to keep to before you start getting suspension or disqualification. So I've got to hope that there are no more large outages like that. So I'm keeping a good eye on my node at the moment regularly. Obviously the only time I'm not keeping an eye on it is when I'm asleep. I did think about putting writing some monitoring software just to ping it every now and then and just wake me up with my phone if it couldn't get to that machine. That may be something to look at in the future, just to get an early alert if that dashboard is not responsive. So yeah, been penalised there. How are we looking? Well, we can look at the total bandwidth, 643 gigabytes. Egress is only 92 gigabytes, and ingress is 550 or 551 gigabytes. Yeah, now it's 1.03 terabytes used, which is exceeding what that spreadsheet was calculating. That leaves me 17.94. Now the trash element here, 25.78 gigs. That's been pretty constant. And I was a bit concerned about this. Do we have to manually clear out the trash or just leave it? And apparently the node takes care of it itself. It has a schedule where it will remove trash and clear it out. But of course, the trash is always being utilized, and there's more trash going into it as some is being cleared away to that schedule. So the figure shouldn't fluctuate much. It should stay around what you're seeing. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. So it's 30 cents monthly earnings so far. And if we drill down into the payout information, we can see a little bit more detail. This figure started off about 12 cents at the beginning of the month, and it moves constantly. So now it's saying estimated for the end of the month is 50 cents. I expect that to go up even higher because it's been moving, over the first 5 days. If we drill down into that, so you can see download, we've earned 18 cents from that. Nothing from repair. For the disk, it's saying 79.13 gigabyte M, and 12 cents earned from that. Now, I was under the impression that because you had a terabyte of storage being utilized, that you would get, I think it was $1.50 for that storage per month. So I'm expecting these figures to move now, but they don't seem to be. If anyone can explain to me in the comments why that doesn't reflect, it's an average rather than your full disk space that is populated, please do, and let me know why that's like that. So gross total at 30, they're holding back 23 cents of that currently, so 8 cents is going to go into the pot at the end of the month. So it's going to be a long time until there's a payout into my STORJ wallet. A long time, I would imagine, because of the held back amounts. So that's how the node's looking. Okay, so I hope that's been useful, interesting, if nothing else. First week on STORJ with my setup. Please add anything into the comments that you feel would be of benefit to me, because I'm a newbie to this and I'm still learning all about STORJ and how it operates. I hope you enjoyed it and can give it a thumbs up, because that really helps the channel, and the channel is struggling at the moment. And please subscribe if you haven't, and hit the bell notification icon so that you know when I put up future videos, which may be on STORJ, which may be on other things. I'm exploring a lot of different avenues at the moment, and I'm sure you'll find some of it interesting. So for now, I'll say goodbye.